Why was you mad that people were donating money though?
Donate money to a killer? To a killer? Out of all the youth organizations and programs and after school programs and nonprofits that need financing and donation, y'all won't get him one penny, $1. I was one of them. And I can name plenty. Little Angels, Miss Lisa that does daycare and feed the kids in Stop 6. Lisa McDaniels got Little Angels program and Stop 6 been there for decades, feeding kids, middle school, elementary, and high school, after school for the whole school year, and she don't get no donations. The other people that's helping, they don't get no, but soon as a killer kills somebody. The kid that made the plastic in the oil, he didn't get no $1 million. This family is well-to-do. They live in Frisco. They so well-to-do, the mama don't even have to work. She can stay at home. And y'all go give to them for lawyer and bail money, but you got people in your family, friends that are called and say, man, can I borrow 50? And you won't even give it to them and you got it. Knowing they ain't gonna pay it back, but you ain't gonna get it back from him neither. So that's why I was mad. Hypocritical must prove that y'all hypocrites. And I do it every situation. Every national event, I come before somebody's camera and I prove that black people are hypocrites and they care more about gangsters, killers, gays, homosexuals than they do a kid that can win and change the world. So I proved that, homie. I proved they did the same thing when Lil Ronnie baby got killed. But that other woman lost her kid. So I proved that. So, you know, I love being right.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Oh boy, the times that we are living in. Some dark times, y'all. Some dark times, man. That's why we got to start this thing off with some love, man. Everybody that is tuned in right now, I hope you are blessed, well, and healthy. One love to the human race, man. I encourage you to spread the love, man. You know, but it's been an absolute disgrace, the insanity that is going on in this country, and we have some huge more updates and breaking news on this case right here, the Karmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf, and we want to send our prayers, love, and condolences out, man. You know, we've been covering this for quite a while now, and a couple of my other friends and other content creators that I'm really close with and in contact with have been doing an amazing job as well. And I know a lot of you people come on here and support me because, hey, we come on here and keep it real. We don't sugarcoat it. We call it for what it is. You know, right from wrong. You know, right from wrong. And fair, you know. We've seen how this has been racially motivated. This kid could have went out and killed any white person, and these, you know, activists, the BLM, the black community will come out and defend him as a hero or a celebrity. You know, they've raised over $500,000. You know, money could have been benefited and helped somewhere else. Some of y'all don't even help out your own family members or people that ask for $10, $20 that's struggling trying to get by. But we'll donate and send it to a killer, a murderer. You know, but that's the you know, the black community. You know, it's actually sad, man. It really is. And we're gonna play some videos that, you know, people are getting tired of this crap. People have black fatigue. Even black people have black fatigue. That's what they call it now. You know, people are sick of this crap, man, and it's all coming out. It has nothing to do with white supremacy or white people being this and that, or no. Black people are tired of our own people. You know, and we have to do a better job parenting. People don't understand that they're raising thugs. That they're raising thugs. We have to do a better job parenting. Be involved. Be there. You know, support your kids. Right from wrong. Be an amazing leader and mentor. Your kids are a huge reflection of you. And I know his parents, you know, are at night thinking, man, we could have did better. I could have did better. And I send a huge shout out to my parents, man. They raised a fine young man. You know, and I, as a little boy, and growing up in school and all, and growing up, I was a troublemaker, getting in trouble, and they straightened me out. They straightened me out, man. Rest in peace to Rick Sr. Gone too soon. You know, and I encourage you guys to take care of yourself. My dad died on the way to work. 57 years old, on the way to work. And that's some people are gonna die on the way to work. That's life. And I had to clean out his blood out of our childhood truck when we finally found him. My own 2 hands. My first time smelling death. That's real. That's why I come on here and I spread so much love to you guys. And I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care where you come from. I don't care if you're across the world. It's one love to the end, man. Because at 25 years old, I've been through a lot, man. And I want to come on here and continue to be a blessing to many others. And that's what this channel is all about, man. Whether if you don't like my political views, if you don't like that I support America, the America First agenda, that I support President Trump, you know, and I'm cool with that, you know. But I want to tell you that I love you and that I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. And right is right and wrong is wrong. You know, we've donated to tons of people. We've donated to people struggling. We've donated to people in need. You know, we've donated to homeless. We've donated to veterans. But I tell you one thing, we are not donating to a killer, to a murderer. You know, the fundraiser had to shut down comments, you know, because it's just people just want to donate just to say something racist. Oh, we hate white people. Oh, white people. Oh, crackers. Oh, this, that. You know, it's a disgrace, man. It really is. And now we have some more news on massive fraud in this entire case with the donations and some with the parents. We're going to jump right into that, man. But I want to play this real quick. You know, I definitely want to play this and show you. I want to get you guys' opinion on this. But a lot of black people, and I hate making this about skin color, but this is what they've made it into be. But a lot of people are coming out, black people, and calling this out, man. It's not just me, it's many others. That we have to do better. That our community, you know, it makes us look bad, man. They call it the ends, the YNs, you know. It makes us look bad. Our character, you know. Our character. We hate accountability. We want to argue. We want to cuss everybody out. We want to fight. We always want to be in the right. We don't want to be in the wrong. This all comes back down to police. When we have to deal with police, we have no respect for authority. And there's a lot of cases out there that would have never, you know, never went the way it was that it went if we simply was just had respect. If we simply, you know, owned up, took responsibility for our actions. For driving down the highway pissed drunk. We want to argue and fight. Oh, I didn't do nothing wrong. You're trespassing. You're not supposed to be there. Karmelo Anthony wasn't supposed to be there. You know? Then they bring out all this misinformation. Oh, it wasn't a knife. It was a cleat sharpener. Oh, it was this. It was that. People don't, you know, black people making up all kind of things. Because they knew somebody was in the wrong. They're right. They're sending all these letters in. Oh, he's such a nice kid. Oh, he's this and that. Oh, he's this and that. You know. Bunch of crap, man. A bunch of crap. Oh, he did this when he was this age. Oh, he saved somebody. Oh, nobody cares. You have to live and die with your decisions that you make on this earth. It all comes down at the end of the day of your decisions. And some decisions are life or death. Sometimes you get a second chance, a third, a fourth chance. Sometimes it's just you don't get another chance at all. That's it. And this is why I say we have to continue to be amazing leaders and mentors. Shout out to all my parents that are tuned in right now. Keep being amazing leaders and mentors, man. Some people actually don't know that they're raising thugs, though. Check this out.
Let's talk about black fatigue, because I know it got a lot of niggas upset. So black fatigue is basically the majority of America, every race, is collectively coming to the realization that black people are fucking shit up. Let me elaborate.
Oh.
The recent Karmelo Anthony situation where Austin Metcalf was stabbed and murdered at school by a lunatic who happened to be of the melanated descent, right? People are starting to really get fed up with the media and the schools and all these politicians constantly talking about how black people are oppressed and victims of white supremacy, and using that excuse as a perpetual cover-up for all the cultural degeneracy that exists in the black community. Niggas is tired. I'm seeing it all throughout my social media. I agree with a lot of this they're saying because it's very true. Like, we've been talking about the issues within black culture for years at this point, and most niggas don't want to hear it. That's just the bottom line. But the truth is, people are fed up. And so now me as an involuntary Negro, because I don't even want to be associated with y'all, but I am. I'm finna have to get real loud. We might have to start a KKK, me and some more black conservatives, because you niggas just don't know how to act in a civilized society. Y'all don't know how to get married. Y'all don't know how to not lead an abortion. Y'all don't know how to stop voting for communists. Y'all don't know how to raise y'all sons. Y'all don't know how to do anything but eat hot chip, twerk, and lie.
Eat hot chips, twerk, and lie. Y'all don't know how to raise your sons. Man, this lady's hitting the spot on. I know some of her language might, yeah, but this is real.
And I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. It's embarrassing. So check out my content. You know, I'll be on social media, on X, on Instagram, on my YouTube, just bringing light to these issues because it's a new example almost every day. And I get a lot of shits by friends and family alike for the things that I say, and I don't give a single damn. And me and my husband are in this together, okay? He will co-sign me at Shoot You Beats.
Love that.
Because you niggas need to hear this. So, my bio on Instagram says that truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. And if you're pissed off, well, it's because you just heard the truth.
You heard the truth. The truth will set you free, but at first it will piss you off. Yes, indeed, man. God bless that woman right there and her husband. They're going to raise some amazing kids, man. People are keeping it real. And I told you, it's a lot of black people posting content like this and going viral, you know. And they come on here calling us the C word. I can't even say it because they'll censor the video. Sell out, bootlicker, this and that. We're bowing down to white people. No. Everybody's coming out. It's not just white people. Everybody's coming out, man. You're sick of all this crap, man. We are, you know. And the BLM scam, you know, we seen what that has played out to be, you know, and y'all praising, celebrating, calling a hero, a killer, murderer, a thug, a hero. People are sick of this crap, man. You know, right from wrong, you know. And you look up black fatigue and it's all over the internet. Look. Look at this young man. Look at this young man. People are sick of this crap. People are sick of this crap, man.
Fatigue or ghetto fatigue is a real thing, and no one's staying silent about it any longer. No nationality wants to be involved or bothered by this loud, obnoxious group of people. No one, not even hard-working black Americans. I mean, I'm telling no lies here. Everywhere that group of people go, chaos follows. And no matter where you go, they're there. You can't go on a cruise ship because they done ghettoed it out. Have you seen the Carnival cruise ships? It looks like a fucking barbecue.
Yeah, I know I'm laughing, but it's real, man. You know, because I'm a black man. I grew up around this, man. I've had, you know, people that, you know, I've been around that have been totally like, okay, yeah, we don't, you know, this person's making us look bad. I've been around it, man. Then bought a nice $500,000 house in a nice neighborhood, you know, with people. And then I got white neighbors, black neighbors. You know, we got American flags. You know, some people got Trump signs and all kind of stuff. Black people, yeah. But let somebody come up in there with that loud and obnoxious crap, loud ghetto, this and that. People come in there stealing. Oh no, that is not going to happen. Somebody's going to get removed. Yeah, that black person is gonna call the police on you. Yeah, they're gonna get you removed out of here. That is not happening in our neighborhood. That is not happening. All that this loud ghetto crap, all this. No, it's not happening. No, and it has nothing to do, you know, with what they say. But it all is coming to this point, man, where people are tired. Now they have a new thing trending, you know, everywhere called black fatigue. You know, people are sick of this crap.
And victim of black fatigue, I want to raise my right hand in solidarity to all the other black people who have stood up and said that they too are tired of all the foolishness. Some of us have been here for a long time. Some of us have tried to say things and been shot down, called horrible names by people who look just like us.
Yep. I got a video coming on all this though. So be ready for our next video, but we want to get into this the fraudulent and this whole Karmelo Anthony donation thing. And I want to send a huge shout out to Jennifer for sending this over for me to check out. But letting you guys, let's being real with you guys, man. People are sick of all this foolishness, man. People are sick of the BLM scam. People are sick of you know this whole race war. You know, the family, the victim's family can't even agree. And then the woman come out and says, the black lady posted, "We have no sympathy for the Metcalf family." No, they don't even have sympathy for a kid that lost his life. You know, it's sad that the times that we are living in. It's a disgrace, man. You know, we have no sympathy, and he should have never invoked or got involved or messed with him. You know. Well, come to find out, Karmelo Anthony shouldn't even been there. He shouldn't have even been there. Skipping school, doing all this crap, but that's what we do, though. You know. But maybe if there was a little bit of parenting, we would have avoided this entire situation. Entire situation. And just imagine this was reversed around. Just imagine this was black on black. We probably wouldn't even heard of this case at all. We 99% we wouldn't have even heard of this if it was black on black. Let's just be honest here. You just can't make it up, man. But huge shout out to Jennifer for sending me this video and of my homie the courting. And I want to see what he's talking about. Karmelo Anthony panics and may have to give money back after massive fraud uncovered in victim's dad rage. Let's check it out.
It's about Karmelo Anthony's legal team, his representation, the fact that his GoFundMe or his Give, Send, Go money may be in danger after the people that have raised it, some more very interesting details about their criminal histories. And apparently, at least according to one reporter, their criminal enterprise has come to light, putting all the donations in question because, quite frankly, if this is a fraudulent agency raising money for Karmelo Anthony, I wonder what Give, Send, Go would say. I wonder if they would shut this fundraiser down. I think they probably should if it's proven. And we're going to take a look at all this evidence as well. Austin Metcalf's father also has spoken out as he continues to look for answers as to why Karmelo Anthony is allowed to attend go and graduate even after taking his son's life. He's spoken out. Let's get into all the latest developments. By the way, just want to let you guys know, Father's Day is a couple weeks away. It's an early Father's Day gift, Old Colombian roast. It's on clearance right now. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'm never going to send any more to Amazon ever again. The Next Generation Action Network, which is run by a multiple-time felon. Now, look, hey, people can commit crimes. They're allowed to, rehabilitate themselves. And once you do the time, then if you don't give somebody credit for that, then what's the point of going to jail at all? Here is an exclusive report. Now, Sarah Fields has in the past published information that was untrue, but this all appears to be on the up and up. So let's take a look. According to a new open record response from Texas DPS, NGAN has been engaged. Now, this is the agency that raised all the money for him, that's done all his press conferences, that has done all of his, handling, has been engaged in active criminal activity from the very beginning of the Give, Send, Go, and Frisco ISD aligned with this criminal activity. So that's a Frisco school. Many of you may remember the video of Dominique Alexander with the Next Generation Action Network, a felon posing as Karmelo's, quote, advocate, leading him with his own, quote, security team from the jail to a secured vehicle. The footage below was proudly filmed and posted after Karmelo Anthony was released on bond. POV with Karmelo Anthony. I gave that aggressive reporter that look. Once we got into the car, she gave me that nod, said Adigan threat. She knew at that point I was pissed. Move, lady. Adigan threat is actually named the Director of Security and Protocol, according to NGAN's website, run by Dominique Alexander. However, according to a newly obtained response to a request sent to the Texas Department of Public Safety, he is actually not licensed as a private investigator, and he's also not licensed as a security guard, nor does he have any licensing overseen by the Texas Private Security Board, nor has he ever even applied for it. Now, you might say, is this a huge deal? Well, for Next Generation Action Network, it is. Because if this guy engages in any bodyguarding activity, he is not licensed, and if he gets sued, they're going to lose. Interestingly, NGAN seems to be, at least in my opinion, fraudulently representing that they have a quote-unquote security team. According to NGAN, they had their own internal security team with training, and Dominique Alexander has stated that they are providing, quote, security for Karmelo and his family. This is illegal in the state of Texas. In Texas, if you're working as an unarmed security guard, you must be licensed to provide personal security. The Texas Department of Safety requires all security guards, both armed and unarmed, to be licensed. By the way, I think that's stupid. It's just another government scam to get money out of people. If my friends want to form a posse and protect me, they should be allowed to do so. Obviously, there are certain protections that come with being licensed, and certain legal protections, right? If you have unlicensed security guards, the idea is that when you obtain that license, you are probably educated on, what are reasonable levels of force, when you can and when you can't give people the bum's rush, when you can put your hands on people, when you can't. That, I'm sure, is part of the licensing. If it's not, well, then it's really even stupider than I previously said. However, this is illegal. This is typically done by registering with the DPS and completing level 2 security guard training. So there is required training. There we go. If I'd only read a little further. Additionally, NGAN is required by law to display its Texas private security license on its website. NGAN is supposed to maintain a certificate of insurance and surety bond on file with Private Security Board at all times, according to Section 1702.123, a Texas Occupants Code. This individual that they call a security guard also has a history of attacking people, including his own family, unlawfully carrying a weapon, and possession of herb.
Told you, it just gets worse and worse and worse, with this Anthony family. It's just something new every single day that's fishy with this family, and honestly, the parents, you should have did a better job. Maybe we would have avoided all this, and the young men would still be alive today. We have to do a better job, man. A crime was committed, and then it's just more crimes and more fraud, more things come out. And then there has been some things that have come out, and they haven't been true, and we admit to that. We call that crap out. There has been some things that have been said about the family, about this and that haven't been all the way true. But then there's a lot of things that have come out that have been true, man, and it just gets worse.
Yet another criminal who's just going to act like a security guy. Look, Karmelo Anthony should be found guilty for what he's done here. He admitted it. There's really no question about it. They're going to try and say that there's some, level of self-defense here, which will be futile, hopefully, unless there's something we totally don't know. Unless there's something totally bizarre that we haven't seen. But I would guess that if I had these scumbags raising money for me, like the Next Generation Action Network, if there was even a shred of cell phone footage that would support him in a self-defense cause, that would have already been released.
Yep.
I would expect, by the way, there'll be some video footage released somewhat soon. I don't know if we have any idea when this trial is going to start. My guess is the government's going to try and slow roll this as much as they can to try and get people to forget about.
We've been trying to find dates and just trying to dive really, on the deep end, trying to find anything, but we couldn't find anything. So if you guys find anything, please send it to me. Let me know. I know you guys have been emailing me a lot of things on this case and a lot of, and sending me a lot of amazing videos. So, but keep it coming if you find anything, man. It's again, just like you said, if there was a really a video showing self-defense, I'm telling you, it would be all over the internet, and it would give, especially those BLM scammers in the black community something to talk upon, to fight for. But hey, it's a white kid, so it's white supremacy, and he could have went out and killed any white kid. It'll still be, we hate white people. He deserved it. Oh, white supremacy. Oh, this. Oh, that. Racially motivated. It's not, it's actually sad, and leaves a really bad taste in your mouth that we are living in times like this, man. 2025, when we have this going on. And people literally sending in just $5, or $2 or $3 just to say something racist. It's sad, man. In 2025, man.
About it, I had reached out to the security guard for comment, but have received no response. We are currently in the process of filing a complaint with Texas DPS. After interviewing several licensed officers in the state, the consensus is that Texas takes these violations very seriously. The Anthony family has been receiving, quote, security services under false pretenses. Here you have the Texas Department of Safety has reviewed its files and determined there are absolutely no responsive records to your request based on the information provided. So the Next Generation Action Network does not have a licensed security guard. If they're charging the Anthony family for that, they've also told the people who have raised the Give, Send, Go money that it would be used for providing security for Karmelo Anthony, which apparently is fraudulent. Then the minister responds, and of course it gets ruthlessly ratioed. This looks like some AI response, by the way. Sarah, we genuinely hope you find peace. Your long-standing obsession with Next Generation Action Network is not only unfortunate, it's revealing. We understand it's hard to... So we're not going to... So this whole response does not address the fact that they are using unlicensed fake security guards, which are basically just guys from the hood, apparently, and charging the Karmelo Anthony family for that. He writes 20 paragraphs here about how, everyone's racist, essentially. Does not address the claims. How many times are you going to copy and paste this AI response? How much money are you scraping off the top of the Karmelo Anthony Fund for your, quote, security services? Seems like these social justice programs usually end with embezzlement. I mean, I wonder what the Carmelo Anthony family has to say about this, that they've been getting lied to. You know, that they've been getting lied to. How much of this money, because this money was set up by the NGAN, how much money are they charging the Anthony family? Of course, he just blames these all as facts, you know, hate facts. If you don't like it, then you're a racist. Obviously, Dallas activist Dominique Alexander sentenced to prison. He had been sentenced to 2 years. Dominique had been organizing protests in Dallas. Sentenced on Friday to 2 years for violating his probation on multiple occasions. I mean, this guy is a scumbag that, in my opinion, that is scamming money. By the way, I'm also including the mugshot of Damon Crenshaw. He can be seen here in the mugshot after being arrested for attacking and causing bodily injury. He is the other man that can be seen in the footage of Carmelo Anthony leaving the jail. So both people that are the quote-unquote security guards are actually unlicensed ex-cons.
I think it's worse and worse and worse in these cases, man. I really hope this kid gets what he deserves, man. You know? Told you, in life, it comes to your decisions, man. And you have to live and die behind your decisions. Right from wrong. And Carmelo was wrong. Dead wrong. You know? Dead wrong. I would have been even happier if they would have just got into a fist fight. And if it went that way, then hey. You know, if they both were just if they were just, punching it out. But dead wrong. You know, then y'all had probably something to argue about if it was a punching match. And come to find out, they say he's gotten in trouble before with having a knife, and he's been suspended. He's been skipping school. Wasn't supposed to be there. All kind of things coming out, you know. And he's such a good young man, a good boy. He saved a life. He did this. He did that. He's just such a good young man. All of a sudden now. That's our baby. That's our baby. And he wasn't supposed to be there, and he killed somebody and had a weapon on school property. Let's look at the facts, people. These people, these scums, and made it about skin color. They don't want to look at the facts. They don't care from right from wrong. They're woke as hell. They have no common sense. And this is where we are in this country, man. Black community, the BLM scam. These woke activists. We can't do things the right way. We don't even know how to spell right anymore.
Now, probably not a bad person to hire for security purposes, but very, very illegal. And here is the support fund, right? This defense fund is a critical part of the journey. Make it clear it's not solely dedicated to legal expenses. It will also support a range of urgent and necessary needs that have emerged as a result of the situation, including but not limited to relocation and security. So they're raising this money for security, but they're not providing it in a legal manner. It's a scam. It's a scamaz. You know what I mean? So interestingly, also Austin's dad continuing to seek answers for why the school has allowed Carmelo Anthony to graduate. It's because many people have pointed out they have a black principal, and they're probably just doing that. Just like there's a black judge that reduced his jail or his bond from $1 million, even though he didn't need it. That's what people say. Obviously, I can't prove that. We are proud to share that Carmelo Anthony will graduate, and receive his high school diploma. Metcalf's father is not happy. He's demanding answers from ISD, but he's not getting any without an appointment. I've been stonewalled. There's absolutely nothing new, in terms of explaining why he's being allowed to graduate, other than they just, I don't know, they think he's innocent because the school has a very clear policy, right? So not a good look for the Anthony family. They should probably cut ties with the NGAN as soon as humanly possible. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Nothing's a good look for the Anthony family. Nothing. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. God will have the final say in this. But I hope this kid gets what he deserves, man. Right from wrong, and we wishing the best in everybody's life, man. And we encourage our parents to continue to be amazing leaders and mentors. Right from wrong, common sense. Continue to be involved. Check on your kids. Be there. The little things, man. The little things. And we avoid cases like this. I love y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace and love, you guys.